Hello, Hillsborough. It's Hilary. This week we did something a little different, and I'm so excited. We took the podcast on the road, or rather, to the courts. We've heard pickleball mentioned so many times, and so we wanted to see for ourselves what it's all about. And selfishly, Tyler always says how much he is not good at sports and doesn't like sports. So I wanted to see what he would be like playing pickleball. And I was pleasantly surprised. I was really proud of him. But this is a great episode. We're going to learn about the history of pickleball, where it came from, how you can get started, how you sign up if you want to learn for free, and what the future of pickleball looks like in Hillsborough County. So we don't want to waste any more time. We've got Coach Pat with us today. So let's head to the courts.
Hello, Hillsborough.
Hi, Hilary.
Hey, Tyler.
We're in
the field.
You're
this
so
is
excited.
So fun. We are on location.
I've never seen you this excited to record
I love
before.
being outside. And do you hear that noise?
I do. It's very
We're at
intense.
pickleball courts.
And we're not alone.
We have Pat here, or Coach Pat, as we like to call him, from Parks and Recreation. Pat, hi.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm glad to have you out here today.
We're so excited.
This is an experiment. We don't normally go out in the field. And
we also don't usually have our interviewee in the intro.
Yeah, so this is all new. So do you remember when Micah was with us? And
Yes.
he was listing all the different sports that Parks offers, and he says diamond fields, rectangular fields, and then he goes pickleball. He says it just like that. My eyebrows went like, why did he do that to pickleball? But apparently it's hinting at how special this sport is around here and how it's really taken off.
Oh, it's really one of our most popular sports that we have out, and we cannot keep up with the demand. We keep building more courts, and more people show up. It's a wonderful game.
And we're at North Lakes Park right now, and there are so many people here. You guys want to play?
I think we have to.
I think we have to.
But real quick, who is the least athletic person you've ever met, and what made them that way?
I believe everybody has athletic ability. We just have to bring it out of them.
I love that.
It's a really nice answer.
Because Hilary and I, we have a mutual friend, and Hilary bumped into this mutual friend this morning and said, I'm playing pickleball with Tyler. And she said something like...
And she said God gave him many gifts, but athleticism was not one of them.
So if anything...
And I cannot wait to see what we're about to witness. But honestly, I believe in Tyler, and I think that he's going to do a great job.
Well, I'm excited to give it a try. I've heard so much about this. We played ping pong back in the day all the time, so maybe that'll help me. I don't know.
I feel like it's a mix between ping pong and tennis.
Oh, it's giant ping pong with badminton thrown in there and tennis. So you're already halfway there.
Well, Pat, you want to take us on the journey?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hello, Hillsborough.
Well, we finally caught our breath. We got done playing a few rounds.
So fun.
I'm glad we did. It was very foreign to me at the time, and now it's starting to feel like I got enough of a hang of it where I could go back out there and do it again.
Yeah, for sure. And Pat, question, do you play pickleball, or did you play in the past, like before it kind of became this big thing?
So I got introduced to pickleball when we did the senior games. It's now the Active Life Games. And it was down in Sun City Center. Never heard of it before. And saw a bunch of great athletes just whacking the ball around, and wanted to try it out. And I became addicted. And, Tyler mentioned about, playing, and it's just something that sucks you in, and you have so much fun because it's a great sport.
Yeah, I think it's also, as far as sports where you play with other people, it really kind of forces you to communicate with each other, and even the other team also. It's just, it keeps the fun going, I think.
I was surprised at the amount of communication you had to have with your teammate and then with the other side of the court. And I also was surprised. It's something that I feel like is approachable for a lot of people. To me, it didn't seem overly hard. Yes, it's not like easy, but it's not something where you're going to go out there and completely not have fun and not know what you're like. Golf, for example. Like, if you can't swing the golf club,
It's gonna be a long day out there for you.
Yeah, but pickleball, it's approachable.
Oh, it's definitely a social game. When I would teach people, I would tell them it's a social game first, and then it becomes competitive once people start getting much better. But just through knowing folks, they've got new friends and kind of changed the way their lifestyle is, because pickleball is the only thing that they do now.
That's awesome. I want to back up a little bit, because you said you first heard of it at the Active Life Games. But can we go back a little further and just kind of tell everybody what your role is in parks and how long you've been here and what do your days look like?
Sure. So I'm a recreation program manager for South Hillsborough County. I started in 1998. That's a long time ago thinking about it now. As a summer camp counselor while I was going to school, and just fell in love with the job. So my everyday responsibilities change. I answer a lot of phone calls. We work on programming all throughout the county. Pickleball is just taking off, so that's a lot of the stuff that I do too.
That's awesome.
And do you know the history of pickleball at all?
Somewhat, yeah. So it was in the 40s or 50s, I think, that it started out. There's two stories of thought of where the name came from. There were three gentlemen that were coming back from a golf trip, and they saw their kids trying to play on a badminton net. So they didn't have all the equipment, so they lowered the badminton net. They found some paddle rackets that they had, and they had a wiffle ball, and they just, the kids started playing, and they loved it. And the story I think that's more true is that it's named after the pickle boats in Crew, where those were the last boats in, and they were just a gathering of whoever was left over coming in. So that's kind of what pickleball. But my favorite story is that it was named after the one guy's dog named Pickles.
That's much better.
That's much better. Yeah, I didn't know if it was like someone liked eating pickles or the dog is named Pickles.
That's a great story. I had no idea. And you said the 50s or 60s? Like,
oh yeah, it's been around it was a sport that people would play. If you talk to some seniors, they played in school, and then it kind of fell off. And like in the last 5 or 6 years, it's really taken off.
Have you seen other sports do that? Have these resurgences decades later?
Nothing like this. Like the pickleball craze is, and I say craze, but I don't think it's going anywhere. It's taken off and it's continued to grow, and the way it's expanded is blowing my mind. Well,
how has it grown within the parks department? Because we at the courts we were at, they were all full. I mean, people were playing,
and it
was not, like
it was midday, and all the courts were full.
I would have guessed there'd be at least one or two open, but how did Hillsborough County start in it, and what expansions have been made, and what expansions will be made?
So it was the Active Life Games, where we just did a tournament one time a year, and Sun City had some courts. We saw how great the game was, so we started offering it in our gymnasiums. So it was part of our Wellness Access Pass, and then we started building outdoor courts. During the pandemic, when people couldn't really go inside, I think it picked up even a little bit more. And we've just added courts after courts after courts. You mentioned how crowded it was at North Lakes. You can't go to any of our courts once people find out about them in the morning or in the evening and not have a little bit of a wait. But it's a great thing, too, because if you want to learn, the pickleball community is very open and welcoming. So
everybody was very, very friendly.
Everybody was so nice.
I could not have been more clear that I'm like walking in as a newbie.
Absolutely. So Pat, you mentioned the Active Life Games, and that's kind of where it started within the county. What are those games?
So it's a set of tournaments, all types of games for our athletes 50 years of age and over, where they come together in October and compete in Olympic style games.
And so someone involved in that was like, we're going to add pickleball this year. And what year was that?
That we've been doing Active Life Games for 25 years, and I think pickleball's been around for at least 17 of those. And
so it just kind of started there, and then it grew and grew, and then the county said, we need pickleball courts and we need more of them. Did we have any back then?
We did not. So we had a bunch of tennis courts, and we had a bunch of underutilized tennis courts. So those were the perfect areas to pick and add some courts. And what we've done at some of those underutilized tennis courts is add pickleball courts, and now it's increased attendance so much. By the middle of July, we should have 55 dedicated pickleball courts. So that's courts specifically for pickleball, and we have 39 dual stripe courts, which are lined for tennis and pickleball, and they utilize the same net. If you want to play pickleball, you just lower that net in the middle to 34 inches.
So a tennis court is bigger than a pickleball court, right?
Yes.
Okay, they're not exactly the same. We were wondering that.
You could fit 4 pickleball courts on one tennis court.
Really? Oh. I didn't realize it was that much bigger. Okay.
That does explain why tennis was that much more exhausting.
And much harder.
Yeah.
Yes.
I gave up on that one a long time ago.
I prefer pickleball. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I was going to ask if someone has they have their neighborhood's a tennis court, can they just kind of make pickleball work in that space if they're creative enough?
Sure. If you get a piece of chalk and draw out the lines and lower the middle of the net. Yeah.
Different lines.
Well, why don't we talk about that? Because I was very fascinated to learn how everything was divided. We played doubles, but you can play singles also.
Yes.
But how does it work with the left side and the right side when you're playing doubles in the kitchen area in the front?
So anytime you serve, whoever's on the right side is going to start that set with the serve from the right, and then you get 2 faults, or that's if you hit the ball out or make an error. You do that twice, so you and your partner each get to do it. If I serve, I hit it into the net, then my partner serves from the left side, it hits into the net. If we make 2 errors, it goes to the other side. It's like volleyball, called a side out. Then when the ball goes to the other side, whoever's on the right side serves first. The kitchen, it's my favorite term. I just stay out of the kitchen.
So cool.
I love it. Stay out of the kitchen.
The technical term is the non-volley zone. So that's an area where you're not allowed to hit out the ball out of the air, which is a volley. But it's much more fun to say kitchen. So
yeah, I agree.
But you can only not hit it out of there if you're serving or after a serve, or can you never hit it out of the kitchen?
So you can never hit the ball out of the kitchen in the air. If it bounces in the kitchen, you're allowed to hit it. And then you mentioned about when you can hit it. There's another different rule where it's the 2 bounce rule, where after you serve, the ball has to bounce on your opponent's side, then come back to your side and bounce before you can play it out of the air.
I'm curious about if someone's looking to get started and they don't have any equipment and they don't know where to go or what to do. Where should they start? Should they just go buy a paddle and then head out to one of the parks, or what's the best way
Well, if you're in Hillsborough County, all of our gyms offer pickleball lessons that are free, where we introduce you to the game, and we have loaner paddles that you can utilize for that to see if you like it. I haven't met anybody that's come and hasn't liked it, so normally they come back right away with their own paddle, and they just want to get better.
So how do you sign up for that if you want to come do a practice class at a gym?
Sure. If you go to hcfl.gov/pickleball, it lists all the different locations, and you click on that location and you can register that way.
That's a good idea, because when we are spoiled, like we got Pat, the king of pickleball, we call him Coach.
Yeah.
And he played with us for our first time.
But we called him Coach.
Yeah.
I don't know if
no one else, he's like, no one else really calls us that. We're like, you're our coach. But it is nice to have that little someone to teach you, because the rules, while they're not difficult, there are rules, and it's nice to follow them because it makes the game more fun.
Oh, definitely. And it can be intimidating. The scoring's a bit different than any other type of sport. But
it is. You kept saying 1-1-2.
Yeah.
Now we're 2-2-1. I'm like, what?
Yeah, intimidating, I think, is the right word, because not only am I not good at playing the sports, but like watching them, like following them, all that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad we're friends, because same.
I bring that up because, if I could figure it out on day one,
exactly,
then solid chance if you're listening to this, you can too.
Absolutely. And that's what's so great about it. And really any age. It's very
it's definitely an intergenerational game. And that's, I think, one of the big things of why it's picked up so much. It used to be looked at, oh, that's a senior game, I'm going to play tennis. But then when everybody got out there and realized how much fun it was, you'll see grandparents playing with their grandkids, college kids, high school kids. I mean, everybody, mom and dads that want to get a break and call the babysitter up and go play some pickleball.
So what's the growth strategy here in Hillsborough County? Because I had someone recently tell me that people are calling all the time wanting more pickleball courts.
Yeah. So like I said, we have 20 that are currently in production right now.
Oh, wow, 20.
Yeah, there'll be 8 at Balm Park, which is in the Balm Riverview area, 6 at Branchton Park in New Tampa, and then we're building 6 at Mango, which is in Seffner. So we're continuing to look at places that make sense to add new courts. We're going to start venturing more into tournaments where we can partner with groups to do it, and then also offer county-led tournaments. So I think that's the next natural progression, and then start getting into some leagues.
I'm curious if you have any stories of interacting with residents playing pickleball that kind of touched you or kind of stuck with you.
There's a lot. Like, I've seen so many people that came and just wanted to, start having an active lifestyle. And, they were telling me how they went to the doctor, and the doctor's like, you need to start walking or find something. And they really got attached, and they transformed their body. You know what I mean? Their whole attitude and everything about them changed, and they just came and said, thank you. And I'm just like, I just taught you to play a game, but it changed their lifestyle, and to see how it affects so many people and brings joy to them is really amazing. People just building connections where, it's not just coming to play the game. They're doing things outside of pickleball as well too.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it wouldn't happen without you guys and the park staff and the great work you all do.
Oh, we
at the same
appreciate
time.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm feeling pretty fired up. I want to get back out there
Yeah,
and
he's
try it
ready.
again. You guys
Tyler's like itching to get out there.
are you guys ready?
I'm
You wanna
ready
go?
too.
All right.
Yes.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yay.
Hello, Hillsborough.
All right, we just finished our second attempt at playing pickleball. We just tried it again.
And boy, is it a workout.
It is. You can hear I'm a little out of breath.
Yes.
That's probably okay. I'm glad we tried it again.
And I'm really glad it's in shade.
Yeah, well, that is nice. A nice amenity of the parks.
But I feel like we've gotten better.
Pat, how are we
already.
doing?
Oh, you guys are definitely pros now. You can see a huge improvement. I don't know what Tyler was talking about before, but that guy's amazing.
No, he hit some good serves.
Yeah.
No coach has ever said that to me before.
I still got bruises, so.
No, that was so fun.
Yeah, well, we really appreciate you sharing this with us because I hope this inspires someone else to take another shot at this and give it a try. It's a really fun sport.
It is. And it's like there's so many people out here. It's camaraderie. This specific court at North Lakes is in the shade, which is so nice. I feel like I could have played for at least an hour, gotten a great workout in, a great start to my day.
Oh, definitely. I mean, people get addicted. I mean, it's really a big deal. You know, it's the fastest growing game in the world.
Pat, if anyone else is out there wondering, how do I get started with pickleball, where can they go?
Sure, you go to www.hcfl.gov/pickleball.
Couldn't be
Perfect.
easier. Thank you so much, Pat.
Thank you guys.
Well, since our show is called Hello Hillsborough, we don't say goodbye here, but what we do say is thank you so much for listening. However you spend your day, we really appreciate you taking the time to listen. Remember to click that subscribe button so you never miss a new episode.
And be sure to follow your favorite county on social media. We are at Hillsborough FL on all the platforms. And for more information on everything Hillsborough County, visit hcfl.gov. I'm Hilary.
I'm Tyler.
Until next time, want to play again?
Sure.
I'll beat you to the court.
Okay, let's go.